Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look today at the Calder Trophy race, the ROTY, the Rookie of the Year, whatever you want to call it. Right now, there are four front runners for the Calder Trophy this season, and we're going to go over for all four of those players what the NHL's recent votes had to say about the Rookie of the Year award this year. We're going to go over all of that in today's video. So let's get right into it. So these four players, these are probably guys that they're the guys everybody's been talking about, especially the top two that are up in Detroit. That's probably not going to be much of a shock to any of you. But there's two other names that are definitely in the conversation. So the first one here, which is the fourth, considered fourth on the NHL's recent list, is up in Toronto, of all places, right? Michael Bunting. Michael Bunting was one of those guys. He comes in. He was a member of the Arizona Coyotes, left the team, and a lot of people were wondering in the summer, what is Michael Bunting going to be in the NHL? He's played a little bit in the NHL. He played 26 games in the NHL before joining the Leafs this year, and he picked up 14 points. And last year he had 13 points in 21 games, which is actually pretty impressive. And again, that shows Kyle Dubas and the Leafs staff finding a good hockey player then. And then you look at this season, he's got 50 points in 65 games with the Leafs this year. Now, to be fair, he has been playing on those top two lines of the Austin Matthewses and the Marners and Tavareses and Nylanders of the world, but he's still able to produce. And he has been a more than appreciated guy that has come into this locker room and has helped out with the scoring depth at a very cheap $950,000 this season and next year. So he has 2 years left on this deal. Michael Bunting is a steal. Now he's a little bit older in terms of Rookie of the Year. He's the oldest of these four players mentioned at 26 years old. But there's definitely something there, and he's had to work his way through. He actually has a connection with Kyle Dubas when he was with the Sioux Greyhounds back in the day, from 2013 till 2015. And the kid from Scarborough, Ontario, a member of the Maple Leafs, and is pretty much living the dream at this point. And from the NHL, from the stats, he picked up 32 points in the polls recently in their Rookie of the Year candidate. So pretty good stuff there from Michael Bunting. The next name here is the third player listed, and that is Trevor Zegras out in Anaheim. Obviously, his infamous or famous moment, I guess you could say either or, his moment was when he scored the Michigan goal, and he actually had the reverse Michigan goal, whatever you want to call it. He's just going out there and playing. He's having a good time. You watch him. That kind of energy is very infectious in a locker room, and you're seeing that right now with the Anaheim Ducks. Just a team that's just going out there, they're playing, they have a lot of young talent out there, and they're finding ways to maybe not win as much recently as the games have gotten a lot tougher, but that's where Zegras' kind of lighthearted demeanor kind of helps get them through the rest of this season. And again, a very talented player, 47 points in 60 games this year, and kind of like Michael Bunting, he had a little bit of a head start over the two other guys that we mentioned up next. He had 24 games in the big leagues in the NHL, 13 points in those games. But again, this is his legit season. And he's only 21 years old, so still fairly young. And yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at with Zegras. I think, again, he had a lot of hype earlier in the season, and that's starting to wane as the team's success. And unfortunately, the just other highlights of the NHL kind of coming along, Zegras is kind of falling down that list just a little bit. And then at number 2 here, and these are both Red Wings, if any of you are shocked by that. The first one is Lucas Raymond. And remember, you remember the context of the 2020 NHL draft. They were supposed to get the first overall pick, right? The worst team in the NHL. They end up getting 4th overall. They were kind of upset they didn't get Alexis Lafreniere, who the Rangers, who made the playoff qualifiers, end up getting the first overall pick. Yzerman and the Red Wings were not thrilled with that situation. But talking about Rookie of the Year here, Lucas Raymond is that guy. Again, just 2 years from that draft, he has 49 points in 66 games with the Red Wings this year. He is exactly what the doctor ordered up in Hockeytown. The Red Wings needed a goal scorer. He's got 20 goals on this season. By the end of the season, he'll probably be close to a 25-30 goal scorer by the end of the year. The Red Wings have had a rough season, especially kind of like the Ducks in the second half. But Lucas Raymond's still chugging along, and he's 20 years old. He's the youngest of the three guys I've already mentioned here. A lot of upside with Lucas Raymond, and I think the Red Wings are very excited for what they have in this player. And then that leads us to the guy that is unanimously the top-rated guy for Rookie of the Year. I mean, the Red Wings here, what is he more like? Is he more of the Nick Lidstrom type defenseman there? What is the mindset with Moritz Seider? Because Moritz Seider, really talented, right shot defenseman. And again, mind you, as a defenseman, 42 points as a defenseman through 66 games. He is a -3, but again, he's playing on a Red Wings team that is not going to make the playoffs this year. So remember that with context. And he was drafted the year prior to Lucas Raymond. And yeah, again, not even a top 5 draft pick. The 6th overall pick. And if I remember correctly, at that draft floor, there were a lot of gasps in the air when Moritz Seider was picked because Steve Yzerman threw that pick out of nowhere. Moritz Seider was supposed to be a mid to late first-round draft pick. He goes in the top 10, 6th overall. And Mo has been much more than what the Red Wings expected a lot from Seider this year, but he has absolutely lived up to those expectations and above those expectations this season. Just an unbelievable hockey player. The Red Wings, man, this kid is going to be a huge part of that back end for many years to come. And again, just like Lucas Raymond, 20 years old, and he'll be 21 here by the end of April, by the time this video goes out. So, again, really exciting stuff here for the Red Wings. This is what it's all about. And the Red Wings right now have 2 extremely talented players. Some guys that they were hoping would develop maybe down the middle, like Rasmussen and Veleno, maybe haven't lived up to the hype that they hoped for. But then you have guys like Lucas Raymond, Moritz Seider, that are just taking over this team by storm. And it is absolutely incredible. Taking reclamation projects, everything Steve Yzerman has done here in his time in Detroit already, everything he touches turns to gold. And that's, you could say that as just, like, he's lucky, but it comes down to, at the end of the day, you got to have a little bit of foresight, and that is what Steve Yzerman has been able to do with the Red Wings. So, to wrap this video up, guys, I got for you the top 4 guys, right? And they're voting. Michael Bunting had 32 points. Trevor Zegras, 41 points. Lucas Raymond, 42 points. And Moritz Seider with 70 votes. Absolutely incredible. He is definitely getting the love right now in the Calder Trophy race. So, guys, let me know what you guys think. By the end of this season, who will win the Rookie of the Year? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.